What's up, man? It's Nick D. You're watching the Art Gallery. I told y'all before in my last video that I'm a barber. It's what I do for a living. It's one of my many different arts. So I'm going to show you all today. It's not going to be a how-to video. It's going to be a how-I. So I'm going to show you all today how I do my thing. Make sure you comment, you know what I'm saying, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think, man. Here we go.
Me encanta ese vestido. Qué buen culo.
Alright, got my boy Scooter in the chair, and of course we're gonna start off combing the hair. He ain't got coarse hair, but coarse or not, we need to lift the hair that we need to cut. For him in his grade, well, with mostly all my clients, well, hell, all of my clients, I use the Oster 76 to take down with. But for this particular client, I have the 1.5 guard on there to take his hair down. He likes it wavelength, but not too high. You know what I'm saying? You don't like the real big stupid waves. Other than that, I would use a 2 guard, but we have the 1.5 to kind of smooth them out and keep them right. On his facial hair, I use the Andes Masters to take down with. It's actually the Fade Masters. All the way open. He doesn't like it that dark, but we're not gonna have him super light either. And to knock out the bulky areas, of course, I'm going against the grain, as you can see I'm doing right now. All right, time for that good old lineup, man. Of course, I already cut him last week, or the week before, actually, because this video old as hell. But what I usually do, I start in the middle of the client's head or somewhere off. I won't start in the corners when I hit the line. You know what I'm saying? After I observe and see where the line is, that's when I go and do what I need to do and make my guideline from the middle. Everybody else may do it different. Hey, that's y'all. This is art. I do my thing the way I do it. Like I said before, this is not a how-to video. This is how I. You know what I'm saying? There are no rules in art. So do your thing the way you do it. I'm gonna do mine, you hear me? I usually start to fade or taper the sides. I know a lot of y'all out there in different cities, I call it a temp fade. But when I taper the sides, I usually do that first before I start the edge on the sides. But man, I don't follow the same routine every day. The monotony kills me. So I just wanted to do it different that day. Also, when I'm lining up a client, depending on whether it's an adult or a child, and how tough the skin is, I either lay the clippers down or stand them up. That day, I laid them down because they wasn't biting or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have an overbite and they were hitting pretty good, so yeah. And very rarely do I lay that entire blade down on the head. I use the corners of those detailers and my Andes trimmers a lot. taper in the back. Man, I usually don't bald my guideline. That's not the first thing I do. I like to, kind of start like midway on my Andy Fade Masters. I set them midway, and then I won't knock that line out. I like open them up a little bit more, and then start to kind of make another guideline. And I don't make really hard guidelines, like talking about it, because man, with some heads it's like hella hard to knock that line out, and you don't want to, be stuck trying to knock out a line in a certain spot for 30 minutes. And for all my clients that's listening and people that know how I cut, forget y'all. I know I take a long time already, but y'all know I pay attention to a lot of detail. So I finally open them all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of making another line, but I'm knocking it out at the same time. So I start from the bottom, work up, and so those clippers are all the way open, and then I work my way back down as I'm closing them. If his hair was a little thicker, I would have went one more step and got my Asta 76s, put the 1.5 on there and went against the grain, and went a little further just to smooth that taper out and make it more gradual. Another thing that I do a lot is, as you can see I'm doing with my Andy's Fade Masters, I use the corner to knock out a lot of bulky areas. I know some people, if they're new in my chair, they probably like, what the hell are you doing way up there in that spot of my head? When y'all get out of the chair, y'all happy. But I do that to knock out those bulky areas. I don't like to take big guards and cut what I don't need to. Like I said before, I pay attention to a lot of details. So if it doesn't need to be cut, I won't cut it. So that's why I just use that little piece of the blade of the Andy Masters. Taper on the side, same rules apply, man. Like I said, everybody do their own thing, but a lot of people kill me when they be fading and do their little scoop fade. What's up with that, man? Like, get you some graduation going on your fade. That way it fades into the darker part of the hair. You don't want that little scoop, you know what I'm saying? Like the clippers is made like a spoon, and you just hit it one time and bam, that nigga, that ain't no taper. It's not a fade. If it's not fading, it's not a fade. The hell. Okay, man, time for the fun stuff. I like to take my shears and go over the edge and cut those extra hairs off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to do it a lot with my edges, but I found that in any situation, if you're shaping up a fro or something too, those clippers won't really precisely cut those hairs. They'll cut some, but with those blades moving back and forth, they're not cutting everything. They'll just push the hair back a little bit, and you got to do a lot of combing. This way, when your client, when he brushes his hair, his or her hair, those extra little wild hairs, they won't lay over the edge. And like so, I'm pulling the skin firmly so that the razor can glide as best it can across the skin, so I can cut those hairs smoothly and it won't be skipping and jumping as I'm shaving his head. I like to use the those aren't, that's not a persona blade. What is those blades called? Cutting edge. Anyway, it has a round, like squoval corner. It's not sharp at the end. I'm glad they started making razors like that, because before, with that little sharp edge, man, it's hard to get in those curves with that corner. That shit'll get under there and lift skin up so quick. Then you have to go and get your nick powder or whatever the hell you use for cuts and play doctor. Nobody likes to do that. The clients, they don't like to be cut. Hell, I wouldn't either. With my razor, yes, my shit is silver. It's not gold. It's not a butterfly razor. Bruh, I just use what I need to use to get the job done, whether your shit is gold or platinum. If you trash cutting hair, you're going to be trash. It don't matter what you use, man. So, you know what I'm saying, for anybody that's looking at this shit like, oh man, he ain't even got the latest, you don't need that. I know a lot of guys that got the latest tools, and I'm humble, but they don't do very good jobs. That's why I have a lot of clientele. So there you have it, man. This is the first time for y'all seeing me do my thing and explain it. I'm sorry y'all didn't get a chance to see me do his face. I'll do another video on the facial or whatever. But man, y'all make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, do all that, man. If you haven't looked at my past videos, go ahead and look at them. Do the same on those, like, subscribe, and holla at your boy.